Welcome to a new video, and in this video I am going to be talking about this incredible piece, Every Word You Never Said. Stay tuned.
It ain't there.
So, Every Word You Never Said. What can I say about this novel? This novel is incredible. Like I said for the last video I did not want this novel to end. It is so good. Um, so basically, it's about this boy, white hair, name is Skyer, and Skyer likes to. I mean, these two are obviously two gay boys, and Skyer likes to wear dresses all the time. And of course, many people don't believe in that. Well, for starters, being gay is a sin in this story in most people's eyes. And also, wearing a dress, what meant for women, not for boys, it really stirred up some trouble for poor Skyer. And he met a boy named Jacob, and them two slowly became friends. And then throughout the story, their bond is getting stronger. And I should mention the most important thing about this story and what the title meant as well, Every Word You Never Said. It means Skyer. Skyer has a disability, and his disability is that he cannot speak. He is mute, and he responds by his phone. He's told by Siri on his phone, and he chose like a British accent, which let people guard definitely bounce around. Um, and it's really incredible reading about someone who has that sort of disability, because I've been saying for years, if you haven't already guessed by all my videos, um, I mean, it got better, but not extremely. Um, I also have a speech disability. Many people on here who I just call them trolls, many people on here over the few years comment on my video telling me to learn better English, which English is my only language I know, and people judge me because of how I speak. But it's just my disability. I have a speech disability, and it does rattle self-confidence when people judge on it. So, I mean, I do this YouTube video just to guard myself a little bit, but you do get some very hateful people who judge you because they don't understand you. I mean, I've been saying for years, even before I've read this book, if I had to have a disability, I mean, if no way around it, if I had to have one, I prefer if I would have been mute, like Skylar. At least that way, it's better than what I currently got. But enough about me. We will continue with the story. I definitely dabbled on a little bit. So, Skyer and Jacob. Skyer also got self-confidence. Don't have any self-confidence. Because he can't speak. He only can speak through his phone, and he knows sign language and speaks out of his lips as well. Um, but he have a bad history. He's adopted into this new family, the Greys. Um, he had a bad history of being foster care so many times. I think he was about 5 or 7, can't remember, when his disability came to him and he can't stop speaking. He had like laryngitis, and then his voice just got completely destroyed. And his parents, birth parents, completely was not understanding. They did not want a child that don't speak, so they completely gave him up for foster care. And then the foster people, he came out gay, um, came out of the closet, and the foster people um, trying to change him by sending him to therapy, therapy and all that to change his ways. But he know at a young age he knew that that was sort of abuse, so he reported his foster parents. Then not long after, he became adopted into a family who love him no matter who he is. If he wear dresses, they're completely fine with that. If he gay, completely fine. He love him for how he is. Um, so, and that it really lovely to read that this family actually love him for who he is and not judge him. But because of his trauma over the years of growing up, he had so many doubts. He made 2 new friends, Seth and Imani, I think her name is Imani. They became his closest of friends, and they joke around with him, understand him. They just love Skyer so much. Jacob came along, and Skyer world opened up. Of course, Skyer had doubts through near enough the end of this volume, this book. He had doubts. He think it's too good to be true. He can't believe that anything this good can happen to him. So Skyer were beating himself up, thinking Jake will just losing him just for sex and that. And and also Skyer was sort of being bullied in the toilets by a very nasty boy, Blake, who homophobic and completely destroyed Skyer's self-confidence against um, Jacob. And also Jacob's dad is a real spoiler, but Jacob's dad is the villain in this story. Yes, every great story needs a villain, and in this case, it's Jacob's dad. Um, but Jacob have a known what do you call it? He is known to get grounded quite a bit, because his dad is so strict, and if Jacob go out of place whatsoever, his dad just flies at him. For being gay, that definitely don't help because Jacob's dad is homophobic. So you can tell by that it's gonna go downhill pretty fast. But Jacob still don't doubt himself. He knew he loved Skyer. He knew he's gay through and through. He don't care by dad's opinion. His mum don't get mentioned that often in here, just his dad. Um, I think his mum alright with it, but just his dad, he's a white asshole, but basically. And he is a complete villain, and his dad furious when he found out a boy is wearing a dress. So throughout this volume, well, this book, he's had like a dress code, um, because he worked for like the school board, and he forward a dress code that you can't wear dresses, and this whole book hype up the homecoming as well, and Skyer want to wear this beautiful dress. Um, so yeah, I don't want to say anything else about this book because it's something you need to read. It's so good. Jordan Green did amazing work with this book. And also, what's so different about this layout of in this book is this book isn't separated by chapters, so to speak. It's separated by Jacob and Skyer. And what I mean by that is, in your average novels, it's portrayed as one person speaking throughout the whole book. But no, um, this um, book is separated by Jacob and Skyer ways of dealing with things. For instance, we got Jacob story, where Jacob's speaking on his behalf. And let me get to Skyer. Yeah, here we go. Got Skyer's first, and this spread out through the whole book, where there's Skyer and Jacob talking. They're not just one person who narrating this book, there are two. And that is so unusual. I mean, sometimes I did need to remember who's speaking just so I can get caught up in my head. But the way this book is portrayed, Jordan Green is amazing. He did a phenomenal work. And because of that, this is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, I say my first favorite, definitely like I mentioned before, that Milo and Marcos at the end of the world. That definitely still my all-time favorite. But this one is so close for being my favorite. So this is definitely a very strong second in my book, so to speak. So yeah, every word you never said. This book incredible. Nothing more for me to say about this. If you have a chance, pick it up and read it for yourself. And that will be it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it and stay tuned for next time. And thanks for watching. See you later.